Folks, hello and welcome to Tavern Chat. I am your host, Eric Tenkar, your bartender in the OSR. If you hear barking in the background, that's that's our Docs and Donka being very upset that she's being ignored on the opposite side of the house. If you don't hear, God bless. So, today's news: the Astral VTT is basically on hold. Development is suspended. Now, if you are a frequent shopper at Drive Through RPG, I am sure you've seen advertisements for the Astral Virtual Tabletop. Why? Because it was one of OneBookshelf's products. So, hey, free advertising, right? Astral Tabletop development on hold. By the way, this is over on Reddit. Astral Tabletop was created by Tom Lackman and began its life as Power VTT in 2017 with the simple goal of creating a virtual tabletop software that was actually easy to learn and use. Over the years, largely thanks to feedback and the encouragement of its community, Astral grew to become the VTT of choice for hundreds of thousands of tabletop RPG players. Now, folks, if those numbers are true and you have hundreds of thousands of users, a player base, and you can't make profit off that, either the numbers are misleading or, no, I'll just say or. Unfortunately, even with the growth that Astral has experienced, it has not attracted an audience large enough to be a thriving business. I don't know what numbers you need to be a thriving business, but uh, there are subscriptions to this, and we'll get to that in a second. With the landscape of VTTs looking to become even more competitive in the near future, what is this in reference to? Well, as it's mentioned later on in the Reddit thread, and I actually thought of myself, 5e, Wizards of the Coast, right? One of their surveys hints at the idea of Wizards offering their own VTT. And that would certainly be a competitor to the current VTTs that are out there. Astral founder Tom has decided to retire from Astral Tabletop to pursue other ventures. Well, all right. Now, founder is gone. Doesn't mean that the IP is gone, right? Doesn't mean that the product is gone. It's still owned by OneBookshelf. Fear not. However, Astral Tabletop will not be going away just yet. Notice how they phrased that, by the way. Just yet. It may be going away, but we'll fleece you for some more money in the meantime. Even though it will no longer be an active development, if you're not in active development, you're not in development. Astral will continue to live on as it currently is into the foreseeable future. OneBookshelf, the parent company of Drive Through RPG, partnered with Tom on Astral Tabletop and will be continuing to oversee and maintain Astral's current services even after his departure. Okay. There will be a few notable changes. Astral's marketplace will be closing, so new items will be able to be purchased, but you still have access to all items already in your Astral Vault, and you will continue to be able to upload assets to your vault. I don't know how that works, so I'm loath to make a comment on that, but it does sound like you won't be able to upload rule sets and stuff that you haven't purchased yet. Yearly subscription options will be removed, and new, lower cost monthly subscription options will be taking their place. Gold subscription, $6.99 per month. Platinum subscription, $9.99 per month. Now let's take a step back. Hundreds of thousands of tabletop gamers, right, or RPG players, So we will say hundreds of thousands, we'll say 200,000, right? The low end of hundreds of thousands. Now, we'll say that 1 in 10 of them are DMs, GMs, and need a subscription. And say they're all going to come in at $6. So, that would be 20,000, right? At $5.99, 120,000 coming in per month, or 1.44 million. I don't know what the overhead is for this. I don't know what the ideas were, but what this tells me is that one or two things: either they were not able to monetize properly, and or they have knowledge of somebody big coming into this marketplace, coming into the VTT market the next 6 months to a year, and Tom has decided, I'm not going to go down with the sinking ship. I need to start a new project, right? And he's left. So, any time remaining on prepaid subscriptions will be credited to your account and automatically rolled over into the new lower cost monthly subscription plan. No action is needed on your part. So, let's proceed. Should OneBookShelf need to close? Now notice that wording there. Not desire, need to close. Why would you need to close it? Right? Why would you need to close the service? You would close the service if you're losing money on it. So I don't know how much the servers are costing, but that's where need would come in. Should OneBookShelf need to close down the Astral TableTop service completely at some point in the future, it will provide as much notice as possible to give everyone time to close or migrate their campaigns to another platform. The creation of something like Astral TableTop was a dream for all of the members of the team, as well as the countless community members who dedicated their time and care to help build this TTRPG platform we all love so much. We are eternally grateful to have had the opportunity to be a part of your tabletop gaming adventures over these last 4 years. What does that mean? Well, read into that. Remember, they're not developing any new material for it. It's going into one of those, we will maintain the servers and we will fleece you. I'm going to say fleece because they're not going to improve anything. They're not going to invest money in this. They are going to maintain it so long as it's profitable. And if they don't feel they're making enough profit over it, they will then need to close it down. So if you are an Astral user, I strongly suggest you find another VTT sooner than later, because your fellow gamers are going to be looking for a new VTT. And those hundreds of thousands of tabletop RPG players will be tens of thousands or thousands before you know it. This is the death knell. So, and again, they see another competitor coming within the next 12 months, probably less. And who will that competitor be? I would say probably Wizards of the Coast. Yeah, that's your competitor. And if Wizards makes a VTT that is open to more than 5e, they're done. Others are done. You know, you might have some diehards, but Wizards has the money to come out of the gate fighting. Literally. And Astral is the first victim, first casualty. So, be that as it may. What's that Chinese curse that they always bring up? May you live in interesting times. Well, may you live in interesting times. Folks, as always, we are in the midst of the world of COVID. What does that mean to the rest of us? Well, to me, it means use your common sense. Use your common sense to keep yourself, your family, your friends, your loved ones healthy and safe. I'm not telling you what to do. That's not my job. All I am asking is you use your common sense in making your decisions. Be safe, be well, God bless. Roll those dice, and God willing, I'll be back again tomorrow with Bad Mike. He will be live from Gamehole, so that should be fun. And 8 p.m. Eastern. All right, folks. Laters.